Alrighty then. So my name is Abel, and I'm pretty sure I thought this all through. Thought Pretty sure I thought most of this correctly, and basically the title should just say Abel. Today should be February 20th. February 20th. This is for people in the future. 2018. That day will be the day when every channel that doesn't have 1,000 subscribers and I believe 10,000 views, 10,000 hours maybe, 4,000 hours, probably 4,000 hours of watch time will no longer be monetized, everything like that. I'm sorry for my stuttering. A bit of it is just me thinking. A bit of it is just the laundry that's going on right now, and I want to be able to do it when there isn't laundry. Others just traffic, and yes, I am dressed like this. It's a bit to show you that this Abel and the other Abel and Origin Abel is different, only because I'm not doing this fast enough, technically, the way I want to do it. In addition, I know how this channel is supposed to go, and I'm just gonna have to cut a lot of more. Well, not cut corners. That's not right. I have to make it. I have to cut my own philosophy off sometimes, and how I want to make this. So that's a bit of a problem there. Majority of it is just that I'm doing college and I have to focus on getting a good grade so I can graduate. But of course, good grades aren't the only things you need to do in college. You need to understand material. I know a lot more about that. Essentially, this entire channel is just a self-reflection of myself, and also in hopes that I will either change myself for the better or somehow realize that I'm doing something wrong, and I'm at least able to try and rationalize why I do it, and hopefully find some kind of solution for it. In the end, majority of this that's happening, that's slowing everything down, is just me wanting to go to a different area to record a specific thing. Sometimes it's because I have a plot and like I want to do it a certain way, and I just don't put enough time into the plot just because I have to focus on homework. And it's a self-repeating cycle that just keeps occurring. And it's why I'm making this video, essentially to help describe what's going on with the rest of the channel, because I kind of want that to occur. It's one of the other things that this channel I've been wanting to do for the longest time. Just to explain why I changed. It's basically a self-development channel in a way, but every moment I'm constantly like thinking a character should just keep going like that for a real long time, and then he'll eventually change. It's just the stubbornness, everything like that. Well, in the end, just like, well, I could probably use those words against myself, and like, okay, your own stubbornness to make a character to be stubborn has only caused you to do that as well. And it's like, I already learned how to make this better, and a lot of times, just first of all, I have to focus on the audio. There's background noises, I can't really control that when it happens. A lot of it's me getting annoyed, and it's basically. This is a very terrible video, but honesty is very important to me, and I want to make sure when I have an audience, even in the future, that honesty is just important, and it's what's going to help you move forward. In addition to that, be honest with the people you meet as well. And sure, you'll see some faults in there of your own, and just like, I can't do that. He can do that, but I can't. There's a lot of things, and the more you talk about, the more people's perspectives you're going to have, and everything like that. It's important to understand where someone else is coming from, and in the end, I'm trying to put that into this channel. I swear if this camera is not recording. So, one of the things that I've been meaning to record and I keep forgetting to is this file right here. Now, I always go to events, which means less time for studying, but to me it was like, well, problem isn't studying, it's something else, which I will eventually mention in the channel through a different character. We'll explain that part. A lot of it is just me. I need to get through this first. And since I'm constantly watching my own videos, not every day, but you know, when I do watch it, I watch it just like, oh, no, it kind of sounds different now. And I'm constantly questioning, is this how the story is to other people? Or are they seeing something else? Oh, that reminds me of the ads. I already made a video about the ads, about like reacting to it and like the thought philosophy. There's just one thing I didn't add in there, because originally I was gonna go and like get other people's opinions, which in other words was just every other character in the channel's opinion, and then like the last one would be Origin Abel, and he would say the reason I put ads in the video was essentially because I thought my content was just so bad I didn't want people to watch it. And so if they saw an ad first, they would just immediately think, ah, what the hell, man? Putting ads in here? You don't even have that many subscribers. Like, but it means like seeing my past and just like, oh man, that's messed up. At the same time, just like, well, I kind of understand myself. And in the end, I don't think I ever resolved it. So February 20th is the last day, or is the day when everything's just going to be, you need 1,000 subscribers to be in the partnership program, which is weird because I was already in it. I got out because I didn't meet the 4,000 hours. No, the 20,000 views, or no, 10,000 views. You needed 10,000 views to get it. So I was out. I was already unmonetized for like a brief moment, but it was like, it's 10,000 views. It didn't take long. And then I was really surprised by one of the videos. It was like, why is that one getting so many views out of nowhere? And then a few other, I was really surprised by some of the videos I made, and like, why are they getting so many? And then a few of them I found an answer to, and then luckily people would leave comments, and eventually I will just start telling people like add comments down below because I do want to read them. And one of the reasons why I just never interacted was because I kept feeling like I wanted to keep this too much of a story. I'm like, nah, I don't really want to do that. I'm changing it because I do want to keep the story. It's just I'm allowing myself to also just participate with the audience. It's much more understandable for them. There's gonna be a secret name to the channel that I might change in the future. There's 3 of them technically, but just mainly 2. There's a bunch of videos I haven't uploaded as well. They're about like 2-3 months old, but technically they're still relevant. And I guess the one character I do want to explain most, because I'm constantly thinking about him, is Glitch. Now, Glitch's character originally was supposed to be just another unboxing channel, except with a quirk in it, just that something's always going wrong and everything like that. And I was also into iDubbbz TVs, and he was like doing a terrible unboxing. So, oh hey, let's do that too with Glitch, and just like something's always gonna go wrong. And eventually, just like, but I'm sorry about that stumbling. But even before then, Unbox Therapy was like one of the big shows that like got me interested into tech videos and everything like that. It was one of them, but then eventually his style wasn't in the way I wanted to. I mean, I still watch his videos. I like them. But I'm more of a KB HD guy. Is it BK? KB. Oh man, I hate myself. Marcus Brownlee, just I like his channel a lot. I've mentioned it, and you can clearly see that I do. I have him at least in videos where Glitch is talking, and like he's specifically mentioned like I like that because I'm adding personality to him. And a lot of time I'm wondering like, am I adding any personality to any of the characters? Or in the end, it's just them being in that one situation, and that's just it. Just like everyone's got some kind of like rule that they follow, where they just essentially have to be within that set of guide. And one of the things I did understand about making the story was that I've just somehow bring them all together and start crossing them together so that it would make more sense to the audience. Like, why is there so many different channels in here? And there's a reason for that. And like, I couldn't convince myself to just make a bunch of channels. It just wouldn't make sense. It just wouldn't make sense to just make a bunch of channels. Which is where the idea of like, okay, let's put a story in there, because that was the only way I could justify myself. There wasn't much of an idea of a story in the beginning. I started adding things, and this goes back to why I'm thinking honesty is just important. It's because of the fact that the misunderstandings that occur is what causes people to not want to do something, and at the same time, they believe that people are special, like only they could do. Yes, no, your environment is going to heavily influence you, which is what would make you special. But technically, I think it's more of how you think that helps you achieve certain goals. In the end, I want to add those kind of aspects into my channel, which was where Glitch came from, where it's like, well, let's have Glitch and Reset, who they technically did make videos together, except they were poorly thought out because I've originally just called it White Abel and Black Abel. There's a lot of things. And Origin Abel, his deal is that like he made all of that on purpose. Um, and again, I feel honesty is just important, which is why I'm telling you this. And I may not ever make another video as this kind of character, or if I am, it's probably going to be the same color palette. Maybe added another color, just because I have it. But black, white, red, blue, everything. Every character's got something. Like I'm adding more details to each character almost every day, and I'm always having a new idea to make. The problem is just it would take so much time, and at the same time, school is just preventing me from doing that because I do want to get an education and understanding. I'm just constantly afraid if I do something and then someone else sees it and they just want to do it, and I may be overthinking things, but at the same time, just like you're small, it's probably not going to happen. But when you get big, don't get that liberty anymore. Don't. And so I worry about it. Um, this video is just so unorganized. I already mentioned about the ads, at least one of the reasons why. The other video explains more of it. I think I gave him like 4 reasons why with Disney. But as for me, one of the reasons was because of that. Like my content just isn't good enough, but at the same time, like I'm gonna get a lot of subscribers, which let's face it, anybody who makes a YouTube account wants that. Like if they start making a channel, like I'm gonna make 1,000,000 subscribers one day. And there's a lot of things that are just gonna happen. Just like it's gonna take a lot of other realizations before you can just keep continuing on and stuff like that. Sorry, this video is more than likely just unedited, except for possibly reducing noise, which I think I've mentioned in some of the videos I've recorded. Oh, um, there were moments when I forgot to when I recorded a video, but I wasn't as glitch. So sometimes you just won't see Glitch's face for that reason. But sometimes there's a reflection, and reflections will matter in the future. It's just again, Origin Abel, like everything he does is with purpose. Like that's just what it is. Like even if like in the past, like oh yeah, that was an accident. No, to Origin Abel, it's no, it was done on purpose. And everyone's a bad guy, but a good guy at the same time. It's just a basic mixture of like not understanding like not everyone's really a truly bad guy. And if this camera's shaking, I'm very weak. Um, there we go. I'm very weak about that. But yeah, my room is messy. That was also one of the reasons why I wanted to start doing boxing videos technically because I had so much stuff, and I would hope that doing it would just make me at least throw away the boxes that are just piling up and make me realize like I don't really need all this stuff, especially when you have no income. And again, the YouTube ads, like somehow in my head, it makes sense to like put an ad like, okay, so the people who are gonna watch my channel, like, oh, this guy doesn't matter. But at the same time, I would make enough money to eventually buy a better computer, buy a better program, a video software, and then somehow be able to make YouTube videos consistently. I mean, things are growing slowly, but I think this channel won't really be able to truly flourish for another year and a half, more or less. And eventually, I do plan on making everybody have their own channel. I feel like that's more fun. It's a lot more easier for them to grow, but their videos will come here to this channel particularly. And again, any video I've posted on this channel, Origin Abel will somehow make it so that it was on purpose, but he will also explain things. Because I don't think I've actually made it. It's because Origin Abel was supposed to just be regular Abel, but now I'm starting to add more things to him. So that's a bit of a problem. I'm gonna like finish this up real quick. In the end, I'm okay with YouTube just not letting me monetize my videos. Some of them are questionable because like I did record it and then just like oh yeah it's not suitable for all advertisers. I think it's just the algorithm not working. There's still one video like I marked it as deaf machine. It was weird because the crane actually just stopped working and it just showed 42. And if you know some things about Japan, everything, the Japanese language, 42 is shini, and shini means death. So whenever you see 42, just think death for some reason, which is why death of a machine. And it was just so weird that the machine wasn't working anymore and it displayed 42. So maybe the machine had some kind of idea like, oh, I'm not gonna work anymore. In the end of the day, I'll probably just use my characters to explain more things. But in the end, I'm gonna be using the footage I've already recorded because I haven't been recording anything lately because I want to record other footage, but I also want to choose the footage I already have because I have too much of it and just put it on the channel. So it's just this constant mix of like, how do I want to do it? And it's also why I've made some of them like 7 episodes long and some of them just 5 because like I didn't put any videos at the time because I didn't have the time for that. So I eventually just whatever happened. As for questionable, he's gonna evolve to something else. Well, he's already got a basic idea, but like his channel isn't. It's not set in stone how I'm gonna do his channel, but it's an idea of like when it happens, it happens. I do have an idea in my head. Just I'm constantly toying with: do I reveal it now, or do I keep it as a surprise? Because like in this case, it's like, yeah, this is just for you to enjoy. But at the same time, just like, didn't I just say I want to be honest? And then just this paradox, like which one's the right answer? And it's up to me to decide still. But in the end, I'm trying to give you information so you have a better idea. And I'm also going to delete some footage. Maybe. I don't know. I still need to talk. Because who knows? Like, if it does affect my channel, then yeah, it should. I should just delete it. I'm probably not going to show up as this character for a very long time. But if I do, it's going to have this color scheme again. And hopefully I clean my room well. Because in the end, that's kind of what I want to do now. Just clean my room. So I'm going to just end up throwing things away. But I'm going to have another character do that because apparently I want to record that. I want to record it just to show other people, like, yeah, this guy needs to actually throw this stuff away. It's important he realizes that. Self-awareness, but how much of it is it? It's like meta somehow. I somehow made this all too meta. Just then again, I don't even know what meta is, so that's a problem in itself. So yeah, my name's Abel, and the title will probably have Abel, like line Abel. That's about it. Also, more laundry. Yeah, I'm gonna clean my room. I made that video on expiration dates. I still haven't eaten the Oreos. Still in the suitcase. But I figured out how to make his bit, so hopefully that works out. I'm gonna end the video now. I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything else. I think it's just me wanting to talk about the ads and everything about this channel. What do I think this will happen with this? Honestly, if I get big, then this video works to my advantage. If I don't get big, well, all right. I'm gonna stop now because it seems they're talking. I don't want to record this